In the deep, dim waters of the Indo-Pacific, where sunlight fades into a world of blue silence, a creature drifts along, seemingly untouched by the frantic pace of modern oceans. This is the Nautilus, a living fossil, an echo from a time long past. While today's seas are filled with swift predators and clever hunters, the Nautilus moves with a deliberate, ancient calm. It's one of the very last members of a lineage that once dominated the oceans over 500 million years ago. Long before the first fish swam, long before sharks patrolled the reefs, and long before the world we know took shape. Encased within its perfectly spiraled shell, the Nautilus carries a masterpiece of natural design. This shell isn't just armor, it's a living diary. Each sealed chamber represents a stage of its life, a record of its growth preserved in perfect geometric form. As the Nautilus grows, it builds a new, larger chamber to live in, sealing off the old ones behind it. By carefully adjusting the gas and liquid within these sealed chambers, it becomes a master of buoyancy, a natural submarine. This incredible feat of engineering allows it to rise and fall through the water column with pinpoint precision, drifting effortlessly between its deep, safe refuges and the shallower reefs where it feeds. Now, you might think of cephalopods as the geniuses of the sea, like the incredibly intelligent octopus or the shape-shifting cuttlefish. The Nautilus, however, is a different kind of survivor. It has a much simpler nervous system. You won't see it using complex camouflage, squirting an ink cloud to escape, or solving intricate puzzles. Its strategy for survival is built on two principles: patience and protection. Its hard, beautiful shell is its fortress, shielding it from the jaws of most predators. And instead of complex eyes, it relies on its many tentacles, sometimes more than 90 of them, which are covered in chemical sensors. These tentacles smell the water, guiding it toward the scent of food with an ancient, unwavering instinct. In a world that often rewards speed and intelligence, the Nautilus endures by being slow, armored, and incredibly consistent. Every night, this ancient mariner begins its vertical migration. It rises from the crushing pressures of the deep, sometimes ascending hundreds of meters, to hunt along the darkened slopes of coral reefs. But it's not an aggressive predator. The Nautilus is the ocean's silent recycler. It feeds on carrion, the molted shells of crustaceans, and leftover fish remains. By consuming what others leave behind, it plays a vital, understated role in the marine economy. It tidies up the seafloor, preventing the buildup of organic waste and quietly maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem. As dawn approaches, it begins its slow descent back into the cold, dark depths, retreating to the safety of a world where pressure and darkness deter most other creatures. The Nautilus has changed remarkably little over hundreds of millions of years, and for a simple reason: it never had to. Its design just worked. While countless other species evolved, adapted, or were driven to extinction, the Nautilus persisted. That iconic spiral shell, once worn by vast armies of prehistoric cephalopods that filled the ancient seas, now belongs to just a handful of surviving species. What was once a dominant form of life has become a rarity, making every living Nautilus a fragile, beautiful echo of a vanished undersea empire. Its entire life is lived at a different pace. Reproduction is a slow and deliberate process. Nautiluses take many years, sometimes more than a decade, to reach maturity. When a female is ready, she lays only a few large eggs, carefully attaching them to rocky surfaces in the deep water. The young hatch as perfect, miniature versions of the adults, already equipped with their tiny shells and all the ancient instincts needed to survive. There's no rush, no mass spawning, just a steady, quiet continuation of life, measured not in seasons but in decades. But today, this timeless survivor faces dangers it never evolved to handle. For millennia, its shell was its greatest asset. Now, it's a liability. The stunning beauty of the Nautilus shell has made it a target for overharvesting, fueling a trade that has decimated populations. Combined with habitat disruption from pollution and climate change, these pressures are pushing the Nautilus to the brink. For a creature that weathered asteroid impacts and ice ages, the modern world presents a new kind of threatened, a sudden catastrophe, but a slow, quiet removal, one beautiful shell at a time. The very life cycle that allowed it to survive for so long, its slow growth and low reproduction rate, now makes it incredibly vulnerable. Its population simply cannot recover quickly enough. To watch a Nautilus move through the deep is to witness living geometry in motion. It's a creature shaped by mathematics, patience, and time itself. It doesn't chase its prey. It doesn't flee in a panic. It simply exists, moving forward chamber by chamber, carrying its entire history in the spiral on its back. The Nautilus is a profound reminder that survival doesn't always belong to the fastest, the strongest, or even the smartest. Sometimes it belongs to the one that is most perfectly in tune with the rhythm of its world. Ancient, fragile, and mesmerizingly beautiful, the Nautilus is more than just a survivor from the past. It is a living testament to the fact that time itself can be carried forward, slowly and gracefully, beneath the waves. Thank you for watching. If you found this journey into the deep as fascinating as I did, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more stories from our incredible planet.